started recording, and I'm going to share now I'll share the Herluf Bidstrup pictures first, but I do have some different pictures. What would you prefer, Yoko? What would you prefer? Do you prefer the Herluf Bidstrup pictures or something new?
Yeah, can be something new.
Yeah, are you sure? If you haven't picked one on here, we'll do something new then. 1 second. Let's
No,
try.
no, I thought to continue the story of Emma with this singer
Oh,
of
okay, okay.
Paradise Summer.
Tell us about Emma.
But
Yeah, tell us about Emma. Okay,
about
I'll
Emma.
share the screen still just so I can write down any new words on this screen. But yeah, tell us about Emma.
Well, I didn't prepare, but I can just improvise. Okay.
Uh-huh.
She's a young singer with paralyzed stomach. That was the story of the last time. She won the competition, kids song contest, when she was 12 years old.
Uh-huh.
And, and after that, she began to walk the path to be a singer.
Uh-huh.
And besides that, she established a foundation to support her research of her disease because her disease is quite rare. She cannot eat, and
Ah.
so she must put the tubes in her whole life.
Yeah,
So
she must have tubes in her stomach, yeah? Tubes directly to her stomach.
yes, that was all. That was quite shocking story. And when she was 12, she won the competition, and I don't know, she was 13 or 14, and she established already the foundation to support the research of her disease. And last year, she was 15 years old, and she got the major debut in the big the square of Maastricht in the Netherlands with a famous orchestra conducted by André Rieu. So he's also the world famous conductor. So, and that time I knew her just by YouTube, and conductor introduced her with about her disease, and people there listened story, and after that they listened her singing
They listen to her
and
singing. Yeah, don't forget the
this
two. They
this
listened to her singing.
listened to her singing, and they are quite impressed because despite her physical condition, her singing was quite powerful. And that's we never could expect. And it's surprise. And she sang a chanson, I think. The Vola, it's a very old chanson. We didn't know, but her text was in just don't forget me, I'm here. Yes,
So
that
her
is
lyrics, I
the
would
kind
say,
of
her
a
lyrics. We usually say lyrics for a song. Yeah, her lyrics were,
lyrics.
yeah.
Lyrics.
We usually say the lyrics are not text for a song. If you mean the words of a song, we usually say
Lyrics.
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 But her
Okay.
lyrics were powerful. Her lyrics were impressive.
Impressive. Uh, it fits to her perfectly.
Okay, good. Yeah, her lyrics suit her. They suit her personality. Yeah,
Yes, because sh- this lyrics says, "Don't forget me, because I'm here."
good.
So, so that's complete her situation because she couldn't go to school. So her family is all musicians, so they had quite a brilliant life, but she always had to stay at home, and she couldn't have friends, and just she did singing herself, but she couldn't enjoy the life much.
Okay, yeah, so it's quite a
Yes.
lonely life, yeah, because of her
Yes.
condition. Her disease meant that she had to lead a more lonely life than perhaps other people. Yeah, unable to socialize.
Yes. And but that was quite successful, and many people shed tears by her singing, and
Good.
that was a monumental, moment, the day of her. So from that day, life changed. She became so famous, first inside country, and then after that, Andre brought her to the abroad to to give concert. And she did with some countries, also in England. And so she became world famous.
Good, yeah. She
And
became world famous after this
yes,
world tour. She went abroad and started singing
yes,
abroad on a world
yes.
tour.
And yes, and I think last summer she was invited to sing in front of a royal family in Amsterdam Summer Festival. And this spring she was invited to sing in commemoration concert for the Second World War. And this summer, just last month, she sang once again with Andre in Maastricht, and that piece was specially dedicated to her. So it was written for her. And then the title is Dancing on Stars.
Dancing on
And
Stars. Did she
yes,
write it herself as well, or is it a different
no, no,
songwriter?
somebody, professional writer wrote and also composed for her. So it was really, really for her. Then before she sang, she told audience that she felt as if she was chained whole life with
Was
a
in
tube.
chains then. She felt as if she were, and you can use subjunctive here if you're, so she felt as if she were, depends how real you want to make it. Two tenses are possible here. As if is subjunctive plus subjunctive. So she felt as if she were. In Britain, we do say as if she was. I have to be honest with you. We rarely use the subjunctive in Britain in everyday English, but it sounds more formal and academic if you say as if she were in chains her whole life, as if she were, or even as if she had been. Sorry, you could even
Yes,
say, but yeah, as if she had been. We
it's
often use,
better, I think.
I think
She had
so,
been
yes.
better because
It's because
she felt then I should use had been.
Yeah, I prefer it because you have got a for there as well, which makes the perfect tense more necessary. Yeah, as if she
Mhm.
had been in chains for her whole life. Yeah, for her whole life.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I prefer that to were I do. So
Mhm.
she felt as if she had been in chains because she wasn't in chains all her life, and so it is better to
Mhm.
use subjunctive. It's a hypothetical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yes.
and as though is also possible here. You can use as if or as though, and they're exactly the same. They're perfect synonyms. You know, there's no difference at all between them. So she felt as though she had been in chains all her life.
Mhm. Thank you.
Good.
But when she can sing, she felt, yeah, she feels
Good.
completely free and happy. And of course, this message made audience cry, and that was also quite successful. And now definitely she climbs up the trap, climbs trap, or to be a celebrity. Is
Oh,
that
she's
good?
climbing the career ladder. You mean
Yeah,
she's
climb,
climb? Do you mean climb here,
climb.
like climb, like
She
climb higher and higher?
climb a career or traps has the traps ladders. I mean,
We usually say ladder for the career
ladder.
ladder. If we're speaking metaphorically, there we'll say
Yes,
climb the career ladder, and of course we all. I mean, when we're at a certain age, a lot of us start to climb the career ladder.
career ladder. Okay, to be a celebrity, yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
is quite successful. But, and also for Andre, this conductor, so he found his mission. So he's already quite old. So he wanted to do something good for the world, and now he found it. So he can support her with his famously, and he's very happy to support
With his fame, yeah,
his
fame.
fame.
Yeah, he can support her with his fame. You know, of course, this helps him to um, promote Emma as
Yes,
well.
yes. And
Yeah,
I just wish so she can yeah stay like now, just innocent and pure. So I hope she will not be ruined by fame and admiration and exaggerated fans in
Yeah.
medias. So
Good,
hope
good.
she can stay just like now.
Good as she is. Yeah, I understand. It must be a lot of pressure, especially on a young person.
Yes,
Celebrity, the life
yes,
of a celebrity, of adoration, of fame.
yes, that's so I hope she will not be arrogant. But anyway, her disease is quite heavy, so she cannot be. So
Yeah,
even
it's
she's so
hard to
much
be arrogant when you're in that position.
celebrated.
I agree with you. Yeah,
Yes, celebrated and one month she must use a wheelchair and no she must put the tube 20 hours per day. So
yeah.
she can be only free 2 hours per day. So nothing more. And
Yeah, so it's difficult to become arrogant when you're not leading a spoilt life. She's clearly not a spoilt person. She's someone who's the opposite. She's someone who has to deal with a lot of suffering and a lot of difficulty for such a young person.
yes, and yeah, perhaps she can be like a symbol of the hope, like Helen Keller or something. That I hope for her. We don't know so how life it goes, but I just hope for her that she can walk on the right path.
Well, I'm sure the music helps her. As she said, she
I
has
think
this
so.
feeling that she's free when she's singing. So I'm sure
Yes,
that will help her. I'm sure
yes,
it is what helps her overcome these difficulties.
yeah. Hopefully. That's it.
Sorry. Would you like to try those?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I'll try that.
Let me stop this one then, and I'll start another one. Hold on a second. Here it comes. Not that one. So you have to say what's wrong with this picture. Yeah, if it's big enough, I hope it's big enough.
Yeah.
Can you see anything that's wrong with the picture? I want you to describe what kind of things are wrong with the picture. Hopefully,
I see a fishbowl hanging from the top.
good, excellent. So there's a fish bowl at the top instead of what? What should be there?
Light bulb.
Yes, a light a lampshade, or sorry, let me write it on here. I think I can. That's too big. Let's try it at 20. Lampshade. No, okay, yeah, lampshade. Yeah, I think we usually use that for the shaded part, which comes down on over the bulb. The bulb is inside.
And then only one missed wrong or
No, there's more. There's more. You can see something here.
sugar is inverted, the word.
Good. What other way can you use to say inverted? Because I think most UK speakers.
Upside down.
Good, good.
Upside
Most
down.
UK speakers and Americans, I think, would say upside down. And it's just inverted is the same. It is exactly the same, but I think it's rare that we say inverted. We usually use that one, upside down. So the word is upside down and maybe back to front as well. Maybe back to front as well, which means like in a mirror. Yeah, the words will be back to front. Okay, very good. Anything else? Something there, something there.
It's the basket hanging without a handle.
Good. Basket is hanging without a handle. Excellent. Okay, very good. Anything else?
New laid eggs. It's written in the corner, right corner, bottom. Right.
Bottom right corner. New laid eggs. Good, good. What's wrong with that?
Freshly laid. Or...
Yeah, freshly laid eggs. So the eggs are. Which verb do we often use for when the eggs open? When the shell.
Hatched.
The eggs are hatching. The eggs are hatching, or the chicks are hatching. Yeah, I think it's the egg that hatches. You also, and with that word, it's a good word to remember because you can hatch a secret plan or hatch a plot, hatch a ploy. It's very often used with create a secret plan, but hatch, the eggs are hatching. I think we usually say eggs rather than chicks. Okay, so the eggs are hatching. Anything else?
Yeah, the lady who is taking the basket, her shoes are different.
Excellent. Her shoes are different. I sometimes do this accidentally. Yes, her shoes are different, certainly. Excellent. So what do we call the shoe on the left? How do we describe that?
The left is a high heel and the right one is a sandal.
Excellent. She's got a high heel on the left foot and a sandal on the right foot. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
And then
I can see something over here. Should look a bit strange. And over here. Don't know if you can see my
zoom. The picture is zoomed. Can you just zoom it in?
Yeah, zoom in, of course. 1 second. I've got to work out. Ah, there it is. Okay. So there's something strange about that, isn't there? That
The tins or cans.
the cans or the a tin. We usually do say tin there. The tins.
Yeah.
Tin, yeah.
Arranged without the support.
Good. Yeah, the tower of tins doesn't have enough support on the bottom right corner. Very good.
Yeah.
They should fall over. Yeah, the whole tower should fall over.
Yeah. And then
Okay, I can give you a little bit up here. That's a little bit strange, yeah.
he's using an umbrella inside the store.
Good, excellent. You don't need an umbrella when you're inside. Good. Okay, anything else? I think there's something here as well. Can you tell me about this shelf? I think all the shelves, in fact, all the shelves.
They're also like upside down.
Yeah, they're all upside down. They're all the wrong way around. All the shelves seem to be wrong. Very good. What about on this side?
Yeah, the name the trolley. The trolley has no wheels.
Good. The trolley has no wheels. Excellent. What about these tins down here? Look at those tins. What's wrong with those tins?
All those are opened.
Yeah, somebody has taken a tin opener and opened every single tin.
Yeah.
My mum bought me a present, but she was on holiday recently. She bought me a little bottle of, I don't usually drink spirits. I don't know why she chose it, but of spirit from Greece. I think it was raki or something like that, but it was empty. She gave it to me as a present. I opened it. Somebody in the shop had taken it, drunk it, put it back, and my mum bought it for me as a present. Little present.
She didn't bother to consider the weight also.
She didn't check. She should have. I mean, I even wondered, did she drink it? I said, have you drunk it, Mum? Like, she told me it must have evaporated in the heat. But I find that hard to believe. Like, when the top is screwed on, it doesn't evaporate. But yeah. So this does happen sometimes, these open tins. You've got to be careful when you're in the shop. Okay, I don't think there are many left. Maybe... no, I don't. Maybe there are none left. Let's zoom out again and I'll quickly have a look. But I think you have got most of them.
Have you used none or there are none left? There is none or there are none?
That's a good question. I would say there are none left. There are none left. There is none left. But yeah, there are. Both are possible.
I think this
You
shopping cart doesn't have a bottom.
Oh, sorry, what doesn't have a bottom?
The shopping cart.
Good point. Yeah, the shopping cart, the shopping trolley. They do
Yeah.
say cart in the US quite often. Cart is good. We usually say trolley in the UK. The shopping trolley doesn't have a bottom. But yeah, cart is good. The shopping cart doesn't have a bottom. Excellent. Any others? Maybe I've missed
Maybe
some.
you were explaining that. None.
Yeah, none of them is and none of them are. Both are possible, okay, with none of them is and none of them are. I would say that when you mean not one, when you mean it, when you're thinking not one of them is possible, then you do use is. But when you mean many, you normally hear, none of them are, I'm sure, is much more common. But the way to check always with this kind of question is use n-grams. That's what I do. I always go and have a look on n-grams. So I'm doing it right now. And I'm going to look for none is and then none are. And I know that, well, I say I know, we'll see. We'll see how much I know in a second. But I'm going to put it on British English as well, so we don't get an American English, and see which one's more common. And none is more common. I am wrong. I thought none are would be more common, but they are very close, very, very close. None is slightly more common than none are. Let's try now none of them is and none of them are, because I think none of them is and none of them are. None of them are will be more common, I think. But let's see, let's check. None of them is, none of them are. None of them are is more common now, almost twice as common as none of them is. But my advice is, in anything academic, lean towards singular, because usually, well, often you do mean not one of them is. And if you're thinking like that, of not one of them is, use is. But quite often, like here, none of them are left. Yeah, none of them are left. I suppose you could make an argument, but it could be is, it could be are. But you both are correct. Both are possible in English. You know, in everyday English, especially, no one will notice if you use one or the other. No one will mind.
None of the students is or are here.
So none of the
No.
students. None of the students is, if you mean not one of the students is, yeah. So not one of the students has been late this year. I would say that, yeah. So none of the students has been late this year. I still almost said have. None of the students has been late this year means not one of them has been late this year. But if you think of them as a group, then okay, none of them have been late this year. It still isn't incorrect. So it's a good question, and I would say the same about any as well. You know, any of them is or any of them are. If you're thinking of them as single units, then any of them is, but any of them are, I think, is more common nowadays. And again, I'll check. But any of them, just the them makes people say are anyway, just with the them there, because them is plural. Any of them are, any of them is. Yeah, any of them are is more common. And so both are possible with these kind of words like none or any, both are possible, and it depends. It's like collective nouns, exactly the same with collective nouns, where you say the government, the family, the team. I think plural is more common most of the time, but you can use singular, and they even encourage you to do so in academic work.
Okay. Did we cover all the 12 mistakes, Dave? I don't think so. And one more is there beside, just below the lampshade you wrote, the word you wrote.
Good.
It's hanging without the supporting rod.
Excellent. It's hanging, it's hovering, it's levitating, and hover is a good word here, hover. It's hovering in the air. Hovering just means staying in the same place but without any support. We say a hovercraft, yeah, hovercraft for that sea transport, which actually hovers slightly. It can go on land as well, actually. It's sea or land, and it hovers in the air because it has air coming out underneath it. You understand the form of transport I mean? Do you understand? Hovercraft?
Yeah.
It's why we say a hovercraft, but that verb, hover, means just stay stationary in the air or above something, hovering above something. Helicopters hover because they, you know, very often just stay put and they hover in one area. Yeah. Okay.
So how many have we covered so far? One.
I think that's probably all of them, but it might not be. Look carefully.
12 are there.
So let's have a look. There's 12. There were 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, but maybe we haven't got all of them. There might be something else here.
The tins we did not round. Round up. The left side tins, they were hanging without support. You did not circle them.
Which ones? Which are hanging without support? The lampshade. I think I have circled that one. That's circled here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11 circled. Oh, I didn't circle the tins. You're right. I didn't.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what. So we've covered all those.
Yeah, you're right. And so we've found all 12 on that picture. But I have more pictures like that. We'll do more like that next time, just to make it not just Herluf Bidstrup. And I do enjoy a debate. I do enjoy discussing some kind of topic. And so if there's any other topic that you want to discuss, as long as it's not something connected to war, I'm happy to discuss it. And I see that what went on a couple of years ago. It's a very controversial topic, certainly, as in it's a topic which people argue about a lot. But I don't see it as something. I don't want anything about war because people come from different countries, and I don't want anybody offending each other with war talk. But we'll leave it there for today. But I will do another class probably on Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure yet which one. Maybe even tomorrow. But I'll see whenever I'm free. But I do enjoy these classes. So please come back next week as always. I'll see you all soon. Yeah.
See you.
Affected with, affected by. Is there any difference, Dave?
affected with, affected by. It's been affected with. I would say affected by. That's again. I'm going to look in Google Ngrams just because it's a very good way of just seeing immediately how often you get each of them. I would normally use by. I don't see any reason to use with. And yes, by is far more common than affected with. Maybe there's a slight nuance here that I'm missing, but my immediate answer would be affected by. You know, that's the one which I can't think of a time when I'd need to use with rather than by, but I might be wrong. You know, I'm saying it just off the top of my head, so I haven't checked online or anything like that. Yeah, yeah. So you can see here, this one's quite useful, this off the top of my head. I don't know something off the top of my head, or yeah, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. It just means without checking first, without checking online, for example. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
I'll see you.
from October, I cannot be this time.
You
So
can't
I
do
can
it today
be
yet?
once again.
What time would you prefer in October?
Yeah, first of all, the 1 hour later is possible,
11
generally
o'clock.
speaking.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, but from 14th of October to 9th of November, I will be in travel. So I will be in the Netherlands. So in
Lovely,
this one
lovely. Yeah, you're going to go and watch Emma, yeah?
we're closer. So
Will there be a concert? Will Emma be doing a concert when you're there?
no, just visit old friends, old people, and
Yeah.
I stayed so long there, so why not to come back?
How long does it take to fly?
1 month is difficult, and but besides that, from 1st of October, the one student will come this time. So from 6 o'clock, now it's almost 7, so I must teach from 6 to 7. So that means I can be 1 hour later or any other days of the week. Then 6 o'clock is fine. But only Monday I should be later than 6 o'clock.
Remind me, put it on the grammar shed. Remind me when you go away, because I won't remember for the next few weeks. Just remind me and say if you could do one at 11 o'clock, because yeah, that's no problem for me. I actually prefer it. It's a little bit later. Just remind us, and I will try and be flexible. I like to try and do different times of the day.
Thank you. That's nice of you. Very kind of you. Thank you. But the next week I can be.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, we'll make it then 10, I suppose, next week. But we'll see if anybody else makes any suggestions in the next few days. I always try to accommodate a new suggestion, especially if it's a new name. I haven't seen them in the class before. Then I'll always try to, just change the time for one day. So I'll see you all soon then, guys. Take it easy. Have a good week. Whatever you get up to.
Bye.
Speak soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.